What is up, ninjas? My name is SemWorld. If you've ever wondered what that string sound was in the Roots Sandstorm before you hear the iconic melody, or if you've heard house music and you hear that string sound that just stays on one note, you've ever wondered what it's for, what's the purpose of it? Today we're going to be tackling that because that is going to be the tension string. Now, most of the time, after a bit of research, I figured out it was called a pedal point. And a pedal point, guys, is going to be something that just stays on one tone while everything else changes. It's a great way to either one, create stability, or two, in the sense of deep house and house music, to create tension on your build-ups or on your drop, or to even add a little bit of atmosphere into the mix. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create this, and as long as you have a synth that has a saw or a square with a bit of chorus and reverb, you will be able to create this as well. As always, guys, if you want to support my channel, make sure to head over to evilsounds.com and check out my sound design work. That is the best way to support SemWorld here, so I can keep making videos for you guys. And with that being said, let's get straight into this. So here's a track I made about a year ago, and I do have a tension string, but I've taken it off. And back then I actually sampled it from a Splice sample, but we can actually make it ourselves. It's not that hard to do. However, the tension string, guys, you're usually going to hear it on the break. So right now we don't have it.
Your heart and your mind, just how crazy inside.
Oh, Lord. All right, so we're going to be making that tension string to just add it in this part of the song so you can see what it's for. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a saw, but you can use a pulse wave as well. And what I'm going to do is program this guy here. So we're actually going to be in G minor. So for now, I'll put it on home, the first note in the scale, which is the name of the scale, which is G sharp minor, yeah, or A flat minor.
Your heart and your mind.
So that note is just going to stay. It's not going to follow the bass note. It's not going to harmonize with the bass note in any way. It's just going to stay on that G while everything above it changes, aka a pedal point or a pedal tone, if you want to call it that as well. And again, I'm not a music theory expert by any means, so I may be jumbling these terms around, guys. But again, I think you get the point with that, to create tension or stability. From there, I'm going to use a bandpass. However, you can choose to EQ afterwards if you want. And I'm going to go with 24 dB just to kind of give it like a...
Your heart and your mind.
From there, we're going to utilize the chorus. Now, chorus is going to be something where your sound goes in. You could say it gets duplicated either once, twice, 6 times. It depends on the chorus you're using. So if you're in like Spire, that one lets you duplicate it up to 6 times. And then you're going to modulate the pitch on it and the timing of it. So it's a little delayed and whatnot. However, the one inside of Silent, I think it's a dual one. So that's 2 voices. So we're going to choose to just put this at 100% so we get something that sounds kind of vibrato-y. And then from there, we're going to mess with the depth. The depth is going to be how much modulation we're applying to the pitch. And from there, just a bit of reverb to kind of mesh the effect in, so it's not, you can't hear those nasty little changes. Okay. From there, we're going to be utilizing an EQ just to kind of shape it more. So this is where you can get really like, you know, you want it to sound warm, or you want it to have highs. It's up to you there. But once we have it, we can level it, mix it properly.
Your heart and your mind.
After we've shaped it, now we just decide where we place it. Now, where you place it matters a lot, because you can have it at home, so you create a bit of stability. So the sound here is going to be more for atmosphere.
Your heart and your mind, just how crazy inside.
However, if you want to create more tension, you can go +7 on it, which will give you the 5th of that note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see that one fits a little better, but also creates a lot of tension.
Just how crazy inside.
We can also, like many people say, we can always go and put that up to the +10, which is the note before we hit back to home.
Your heart and your mind.
Something ain't right.
Just
So again, you know, you can create a lot of tension with this damn string, but you can also make it feel homey and roomy, like, ah.
your heart and your mind.
Now, where you put the string also matters. Like if you go super high octave or low, I feel like either one is going to give you the desired result, but you just got to look at your mix to see where it can. So if you're trying to create super thinny, then you can go higher on it, and then from there it's all about the EQ from there. Now let's go forward here. A lot of times, you know, I know you guys hear these strings. And you might like, yeah, I like it, Sen, but you know what? The one I heard is in mono. It's more in the center of the mix. Well, that's why I like kind of like the chorus inside of Silence, just because there is a width knob, so we can always lower that down. We can also lower the width of the reverb, so that way we get it in the center. And then we just open it up a bit more if possible. So you get it more there. However, if you want width, then you can add width there. You can also put 2 voices detune and get... The key thing with this sound is that you're just trying to emulate strings, okay? That is the biggest thing. So you could definitely go with like a Solina from Arturia, which is a great string-based synth. You can detune the crap out of it if you want. Again, there's no rules to this unless you're trying to emulate like that old school vibe. And now that's the one you're going for. I do suggest that you just go one voice on both of these guys, and then detune manually via the file. You can also do one of the saws an octave up and then one in the center, so you get more spread on it. In essence, you cover more frequencies with it. And it sounds a little bit more, you know, like fuller as well, unless we have both of them at +1, like so. You can increase resonance on that bandpass, so you get more resonance if you want to get like that specific sound there. But it's a cool little sound. Again, I know it's like a little trick or technique, but it can go a long way, because a lot of the times people will be like, my track sounds empty compared to that song, but they have a motherfucking string. Well, now you know how to do it, okay? And if all else fails, let's say this is too synthy for you, you can always just grab a Kontakt or Ableton Rompler synth patch, which has real life, you know, synth recordings, but they're just not done up to par, like with different changes, and that will also work for you. The key thing again though, guys, is again, you want to program this guy and then you want to ask yourself, what am I doing with it? What's the purpose of it? Is it to create more atmosphere? Is it to fill in the gaps? Is it to create tension? From there, you can decide to go either +7, +10, or you can even choose any other note and see if it works. Again, this is called the pedal points. You can also Google it. There's some great articles on this out there in YouTube videos. However, I haven't found one for dance music on the tension string, so I wanted to make it for you guys just so that it's out there in case anyone ever needs the video. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope now you know something extra. Maybe you can add it to your next song. And I am working on Deceiver Volume 2 on Atmosphere, so that's why I decided to make this video. I was like, okay, well, I'm making atmospheres for the pack. What can I teach that I haven't taught? And this was one of them. But anyways, guys, you guys take care, and I'll catch you guys next time for another video.